What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the We Run on Coffee podcast with Marissa and Arika. Welcome to Arika Hour. I'm chatting you guys up today. We're so excited. It's going to be fun. I pulled a Marissa and I didn't tell Marissa anything about what my Arika Hour is. So it's going to be a surprise for everyone. It's really exciting. And before we do that, we're going to catch up with you guys. I feel like, I don't know why, but I just feel like we're going to chat a lot today. And that's
Maybe.
okay.
Who cares?
I don't know how long my episode content will be. So like, we're just going to be chatting, you guys. And I know y'all love that. So
Yay.
First, I want to ask you what you're drinking, but also I like really want to hear about your housewarming party. So
okay.
I'm ready.
So I'm drinking a liquid IV because I had,
nice.
I had a couple of drinks last night and I was maybe a little bit hungover this morning. So no caffeine yet because I don't want my belly to start hurting. So I just have a liquid IV. I started my morning with a ramen, which is like the best way to cure a hangover. Nice. Just a ramen and liquid IV. It's perfect.
That's really funny.
I know. But it was pretty fun. Kyle went out and he cooked at the grill like close to our apartment.
Aww. Yeah.
And it was so hot yesterday. It was like 93 degrees. And he was out there grilling in the heat. And I was like, I felt bad because like people kept coming and I wanted to like make sure that they could get into our apartment because I had them park like across the street instead of like actually in our complex. Yeah. So I was like running up and down the stairs. And granted, once again, I will remind everybody I'm on the 4th floor. So I did like 45 flights of stairs yesterday.
Oh my God.
And then by the time like a couple more people got here, somebody went down and like stood with Kyle as he grilled. And I just like kept everybody else in the apartment. But yeah, that was basically it. We played card games. I made the shredded chicken, so I was texting Arika all day yesterday, and I was like, I feel like I remember you saying that your mom makes the best shredded chicken. So like, what's her recipe? She sends it to me.
She doesn't make them.
She doesn't. She uses a pre-made mix.
Yes,
and
it's so fire.
I was like, okay, this isn't helpful. I can't figure this out. And then she's like, well, you can get it 2-day shipping, and I was like, Arika, I'm making it today.
I'm like, shit. Okay, you're on your own, kid.
I know. So I actually made it instead of using canned chicken. I used real chicken breast, which I had never had shredded chicken that was made from real chicken.
Me
like
either.
Real chicken breast. It's always canned chicken.
Right.
And it was good. We should have kept it in the crock pot a little bit longer because it wasn't tender enough to like really shred. But we were like pulling at it and we were trying our best, but it needed to be in the crock pot just a little bit longer. But it was a hit. Everybody loved it because nobody had ever had it before because it's an Ohio staple. Yes. And so I like made it and everybody was like, this is so good. I put Owen yesterday, she was here. She said it tastes like Thanksgiving. And I was like, well, that's because there's stuffing in it. And she was like, oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah. And then Brandon, he's been yelling at me to shout him out on the podcast. He was the one that requested shredded chicken explicitly. And so I made it and he literally fell in love and he was like, you need to send me the recipe, please, immediately.
So hi, Brandon. Shout out. And actually today we're going to answer Brandon's question on the podcast. I asked if he'd like us to say his name and he said yes. So hey, Brandon, we'll get to it.
Just wait for you.
I'm excited. Yeah. That's so awesome. I can't believe they loved it.
Yeah, that's everything really. We also had burgers and brats that Kyle had cooked out. And those, I didn't have either of those because I really wanted to try my shredded chicken and then I got full. But that was really good. We had some people somebody brought a cannoli dip. Her name is Amanda.
Ooh,
and it was really good. What else? We had a veggie tray, classic. We had some mashed potatoes. We had mac and cheese, which I didn't get to eat any of the mac and cheese, so I was sad. Mm-hmm. But
that sounds amazing.
It was really good. And I made some margaritas for people. I tried my bottle of wine that I brought back for my bachelorette party.
How was that?
It was really good. I tried it at the winery, but being able to like open it and like taste it with people, it was really fun.
Oh my God, that's so fun. I was about to ask you what the drink of choice was last night. So we love a good marg.
Yeah, I had 2 margs and then 2 glasses of wine. And I think that having both of those things really just put me over the edge. My belly was hurting.
That sounds so fun though. I have like a tangent and I wrote shredded chicken on my update list and this is unrelated but related and it's so funny. So, okay.
I'm ready.
On Friday, we threw a surprise party for Angela's mom.
Yes.
She was turning 50 this year. We're like, we have to do something special. So Monday was her actual birthday. And we didn't want her to like think we forgot about her birthday. So I'm like, oh, Julie, do you want to do something for your birthday? So I planned a whole decoy party and a real party. So on Monday, we like went to her house. She wanted to watch an outdoor movie because we've never done that before, like on the projector. So that was super cute. We watched Encanto, had a fire, had a cookout, that kind of thing. And she was literally talking that night. She's like, I'm so glad I made it out of my birthday this year without anything crazy, like no surprises, no parties. And I'm like, but this bitch has no idea.
She has
And
no
so
clue.
all week, everyone was keeping a secret. Oma, Angela's grandma, she was here for the surprise party, and she goes, guys, I want you to know that I had lunch with Julie today, and I didn't say anything.
Good, Oma. It's a surprise.
I'll see you tomorrow. And I was like, Oma, we're so proud of you. It was just so funny. She was like so excited. She was like, I didn't tell her. And I was like, we love that. And she had no idea. She came over to our house on Friday. We had this whole luau set up. Everyone had a lay on. Hawaiian shirts everyone was wearing. Like, we all had hats on. It was so adorable. Julie walks in the door. We yell surprise, and she is shocked. And her first instinct is to flip me off. And she goes, bitch, what is this? I was like, sorry, Julie, we had to do it. You thought we were going to let you have a 50th birthday and not do anything?
She said I made it out. No surprises.
Literally.
Nothing crazy. You
It
thought.
was so funny. So all that to say, first of all, that's my biggest update this week. It was super fun. But also, Natalie and Michelle were in town. I can't even believe this, like, all lined up. So they came, and we were all talking about shredded chicken.
Okay.
This is Friday, okay? Before you ever texted me. We're talking about shredded chicken out of nowhere. And I'm like, you guys, my mom's shredded chicken is the best. Like, I swear to God, like, I know everyone says that about their mom, but I'm like, my mom's shredded chicken. I know she gets the chicken from a local place. Turns out she gets the whole mix there, but whatever. It's so good. And so we were all talking about it. Grace's friend, Lauren, has never tried one. I'm like, you're from Cleveland. How have you never heard of it? She's never heard of it. I'm like, well, did you guys know it's just an Ohio thing? And they were like, what? I'm like, yeah.
I'm telling
Marissa
everybody
told me
now.
on the pod. Yes. I was like, Marissa told me on the podcast, it's only an Ohio thing. You can literally Google it. That's what it says. And actually, the recipe I sent you that my mom found that she was like, this might be similar. It said at the bottom that Roots Chicken, where my mom gets the mix, is who started shredded chickens. I don't know if it's true, but that's what it said. It says home of the classic shredded chicken sandwich in Fremont, Ohio. And that's where we get it from.
Whoa.
So I was like, no way. So anyways, we're all having this conversation about shredded chicken, how it's an Ohio thing, whatever. I wake up the next morning, Marissa texts me, what's your mom's recipe? I'm like, can you read my mind? Like, it was just so ironic and funny that we were talking about it hours before, like the previous night. And then you're like, hey, I'm gonna make shredded chicken. I'm like, this is so cute and funny. What are the odds?
That's so funny.
I thought that was hilarious. I was just like, how does Marissa know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was
kind of trippy. I was like, it's almost like she was here.
Yeah, I've been planning like for weeks that I was gonna make shredded chicken for everybody at the party, and I was like, Arika said something about her mom's being the best. Let me just reach out, figure it out. And of course, you were talking about it the night before. Of course.
Yes, that's so crazy. I was just like, oh my God, she was here with us in spirit. Like, she knew. She knew we were talking shredded chicken.
That's so silly.
Yeah. So that was really fun. That was my week, was just literally every single night. Actually, my vlog goes up. If you're listening to this, my vlog is up on YouTube of us prepping, and every night after work we would just do stuff on the house. We actually got our trim put up on the main floor. I was sad. I was like, babe, I wish Kyle and Marissa were coming, because I bet Kyle would walk in and say that the trim looks good.
Send him a video. He will.
I'll have to. And yeah, we got the trim up on the main floor. It looks pristine, so good. And yeah, we just spent every day cleaning so that it could be really nice, because it was most people's first time seeing our house, which is really fun, but stress.
Yeah. Well, before we go any further, what are you drinking before I forget to ask you?
Girl, you already know I'm drinking a brown sugar latte, and I feel so redundant. I have to switch things up. So sorry, listeners. Next week, I'm going to try something different. I am vowing right now, we're going to try something different next week. Do I know what
Sunday.
it is? No. But I will.
We'll figure something out.
Yesterday, though, I will say I went to Dunkin', and it was just such a treat. I haven't been in like a while, and it was so good. I'm a Dunkin' girly.
Yeah.
Through and through.
Love it.
But my other update that I wrote that I was trying to think of before we hopped on, that is so funny, is that I had to break up with my nail girl.
Oh no.
It's so sad, because I really love her. Hi, Alexa, if you're listening, because she sometimes listens to our podcast and she's the best. But I didn't realize like how much it was weighing on me to have to drive there. So I was driving 30 minutes to the appointment, having the appointment for like 2 hours, and then driving 30 minutes back. So like an hour of driving just to get my nails done. The only reason I was doing that, like I could get it done closer, but I really liked my nail girl that I had when I used to live there. And I was just like, I don't want to switch, because I love Alexa. She knows my life. Like every time I go back, she's like, how's work? How's this friend? How's this thing? Like, how's Angelo? And she's been to my house, like we're close. So I was just like, this is depressing. But I finally texted her. I was like, I don't want you to think I ghosted, but I bought my own nail stuff. I'm doing it at home. And this comes with another update. The reason being, I have to start paying student loans again next month.
Yeah, me too.
They take back their forgiveness. I was like, cool.
Yeah.
I would definitely like applied for, and they said I qualified for the like full forgiveness. They're like, we're going to forgive your whole entire loan. I'm like, yay, awesome. And then I stopped paying, and then they're like, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Well, let's talk about it a little bit because I also fell into like the category that would get $20,000 forgiven, and I only had $21,000 of debt, so I would have only had $1,000 left to pay. And here I am having to spend so much money.
It totally sucks. I'm like kind of pissed about it. I'm just like, how, like, I'm not mad my loans aren't being forgiven because I never expected them to be, right? Graduating from college, you're like, I'm gonna pay back my loans. I'm mad you told me they would. And took it back. I'm like, what is this?
It wasn't necessarily they took it back. BS. The Supreme Court said, no, we can't do this, unfortunately.
Like, actually, no. Yeah, so that sucks.
I'm so close to the Supreme Court. I could go and yell at them.
Yeah, there you go. Actually, just roll up and speak for all of us out here that we're supposed to get forgiven.
I'm just kidding.
They'll be like, get out of here. Like, what? No. Literally just one protester, like, pay the student loans.
Let me, please pay for me. I'm poor.
I'm poor. Yeah, literally, I'm poor. I was going to have $0 at the end of mine. I think I have like $11,000 outstanding right now. And that's because when I graduated, well, first of all, I had like a lot of lucky situations. Like I had like Pell Grant and a lot of those whatever they called. I'm so far out of college, I don't even know. Grants.
I had a bunch of grants. I had a bunch of scholarships. I also had the Pell Grant. I got like the most that you could get from the Pell Grant.
That's exciting. Yes. Yeah, when I graduated from college, so this wasn't in my money episode, you guys, if you listen to that, because I wasn't paying at the time, but when I graduated college and got like a full-time salary, my financial advisor was like, if you can, pay $500 a month. And I was like, that's insane, but like I can't, so I'm going to do it. And that's how much I paid. So I paid so much before, but now it kind of hurts to like go pay $500 a month again when I haven't been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I ain't gonna get my nails done anymore. Bringing this full circle, I'm doing my own nails at home. But it's not forever. Alexa, I'll see you again, because for Marissa's wedding, I want to do something cuter than what I can do on myself. So I'm like, I'll still go. Yeah. Just not every time.
Yeah, I gotta figure out what.
My Alexa went off. Sorry. I forgot that's also my Amazon's name.
Oh no, Jesus. That was so scary. You like your eyes got so big, and I was like, "What are you doing? What's happening?"
Literally, if I ever get killed on Zoom, like Marissa, call 911.
I will. I've been thinking like, what do I want to get done for like my nails for my wedding, and I can't decide. I have no idea.
That's a big question mark. Yeah, that's hard to think about.
I can't like. I was saying a couple weeks ago that I've never had a hair person. I'm going to get my hair done today, so like maybe I'll finally have a hair person. But like I've also never had a nail person, and I've been here for like a year now, and I don't know. Nails are expensive, and it's something that I like. Expensive. It's a luxury that I don't choose to spend my money on. Like I'd rather spend my money on other things that I see as like a luxury, like getting my hair done and stuff like that. Yeah. But I do like the idea of like always having my nails painted, and I never have them done. So
I know. That's why I bought the gel kit at home, and I've been practicing. I'm getting better. It's like not perfect, but I'm getting there. But it's good for just doing like a couple colors, like plain colors. I can't really do designs. I did do a heart yesterday. You can't see it, but it actually turned out pretty good. I was impressed with myself. So I've been liking it, but yeah, I'm like, I can't pay $65 every time I want to get my nails done. Yeah. But if you get your wedding nails done in Ohio and you want to wreck, go to my girl. I'm not going to say her name because my Amazon's going to go off, which is cool.
We know who she is.
We know who you are. Yes. So, oh my God, I'm just like so excited to catch up today and just chat.
What else do I have? I don't really, this week, me and Kyle cleaned yesterday before everybody came over, and we like started decorating a little bit. We put some photos up on the wall.
That's exciting.
And it's cute. We don't have everything up yet. We need some more picture frames, but we went through. We ordered our our invitations for our weddings. We're waiting for those to come in.
Oh
Did I send a picture to you?
Yes, I was so honored to get a little sneak preview. I was like, Marissa, if you want to go with my website, I'm going to save you some money, I hope. And I was like so excited to see that you designed it. That's so cute.
Yeah, you saved us a lot of money. So we went through Canva, which is what Arika had sent to us. And I knew that you could like buy paper products through Canva, but I wasn't sure like how expensive it was. Yeah. We were looking at other websites, like Zazzle is like a pretty well-known one, just like another like wedding website or like paper goods website. And we were looking through The Knot, which is where our wedding website is through, and looking through all of these places, and they were about $1 to $3 an invite, which is crazy. And we got the ones on Canva for 77 cents an invite.
Yay! Oh my God, I'm so happy.
A big deal.
Yes. What a win for the wedding today.
I know. So we did that this week. We put together tables last Sunday. So we've got like kind of figured out like where people are sitting and everything. Yeah. But there's a couple people that are stragglers and we're like waiting to see who's going to RSVP yes and who's going to RSVP no.
By the way, I didn't RSVP and I feel like an idiot. So
no,
I'm coming.
You haven't gotten the invite yet. You don't have to.
That's what I thought. But also I was like, you can do it on the website because Julie told me that she did. So I was like, oh my God, I need to go on there and do that. I feel so dumb. Yeah, she said she did, but I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
So yeah, I was like, oh my God, I didn't RSVP, but they have to know I'm coming.
Yeah. Yeah. You're assigned to a table. Don't worry.
I love it. That's really exciting though. What good progress.
Yeah. And what else did we do? We, like I said, we put the tables together. We ordered invites. That was really it. We have a meeting with our florist this Wednesday to like give like final touches and everything and like figure out a quote. I don't really know what else. That's basically huge. What we've been doing. Like I said, we decorated this week. I have exciting things happening this week and next week though. So I'm getting my hair done today, which I'm really excited about.
Can't wait.
Call on Wednesday. And right after that call, I'm going to a Fall Out Boy concert like last minute.
So exciting. That's really fun. Have you ever been to one?
No.
Ooh, how exciting.
Have you
seen music?
They do.
Okay, I'm behind.
They actually just put out a new song. It's a remake of We Didn't Start the Fire, but it's like all the things that happened recently, all the like newsworthy headlines from like recent times, and it's really cool.
I'm gonna listen to it after this.
Yeah, it's really good. I used to be a big Fall Out Boy fan, honestly, like when I was in like middle school up until like maybe 2013. And then I just kind of stopped listening, and they put out a new album. I think it was in 2018, and I had listened to that, but I was like, I don't really know. And then I just kind of stopped listening to them. But then they put out another new album this year, and I listened, and I was like, okay. And then I was offered tickets last minute from somebody that bought them on pre-sale. So I got my tickets for only $30 a piece.
Oh, that's awesome. That is such a win.
So me and Kyle are going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cute. That's so fun. I'm more of like a panic girl, if you will.
Yeah.
But I respect it. That sounds really fun. I'm definitely going to listen to their new stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just behind.
I'm excited. I didn't even know, like, I don't know. I was just like, I never envisioned myself like going to that concert, but I was like, okay, it kind of fell in my lap, and I did like their music, and I'm excited now. And then the week after that, I get to see Post Malone again, and I'm so excited.
That's coming up. I kind of like forgot about that. I know you messaged me on Instagram or something. You were like, I got tickets. I'm like, thank God, but that's so exciting. Oh my God.
Just to bring up Brandon again, I'm shouting him out all the times. I'm going with him, his friend, and Kyle. So
that's so exciting.
Yeah, we all got tickets together, and it'll be really fun because Brandon has never seen Post Malone, and he's like as big a fan as I am, and it'll be so cool to see somebody there. Like Kyle said that he's put on one of like the best performances he's ever seen, and Kyle's been to like a bunch of concerts. He's not a big fan, but he was like, okay, I'll go with you. Like, he did put on a really good show, but I'm excited to have somebody there that like knows all the words to the songs and everything like I do.
Yeah, Kyle's giving me Angelo vibes. Angelo really does like Post Malone's music, but he's not like a stan, if you will. I don't know that he really stans anyone, though. Maybe Meg Thee Stallion.
Just Meg Thee Stallion.
Literally. Oh my God. Okay, well, this actually segues really well into my topic today that you don't know.
Okay.
But before that, I still have one more thing that I want to ask. I want to ask, how are you? Like, how are you really? Like, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I wasn't feeling good.
You were overwhelmed.
I was not feeling good like 2 weeks ago. I was having a really tough time, but now I'm feeling actually good.
That's great. That's really good news.
Yeah. How are you feeling? I want to know how you're feeling.
Thanks. Oh my God. Thank you for asking. I've been feeling really down, actually. And this leads into my topic today, which actually this episode's going to be titled, How Are You Really?
Okay.
Erica's Guide to Being Down. And I thought this is kind of like a downer episode, but it's not. I just wanted to share with everybody, like I was supposed to, and Marissa knows this, I've been supposed to do this like 4 times. I've been supposed to talk to you guys about my YouTube career and journey, which I want to someday. So that's a sneak peek because it's something really exciting. But I was like, I feel, you know, when you just don't feel right about it, or I was like, I feel a little disingenuous, if that's the word. I was like, I'm just not into my YouTube right now as much as I normally am or whatever. I didn't have any topics that I was like, this is so exciting. I was like, you know what? I've been down and I want other people to know, like, you can have an off week or like an off day or an off month. Like, you can be down. So today, what I want to talk about is I literally made a huge list, like a huge ass list of all the things I like to do when I'm feeling down, whether it's to pick me back up or just wallow, which you're allowed to do. You could wallow. And I want to share them with everyone. And then I thought, Marissa, you'll definitely think of things like as I'm going that you like to do. So that's it. It's really a simple concept. It's nothing crazy. But the reason I want to do it is, well, first of all, backtracking. I want to be better about asking my friends, like, how are you actually?
Yeah.
Because it's always like, hey, how are you? Oh, good. How are you?
Yeah.
No. Like, no, we're done. We're doing, how are you really? How are you feeling? Because I feel like we just don't. Like, people just don't anymore. And it's kind of sad. I'm like, I want to know how my friends actually feel, because you never know.
Yeah, not like just like a passing, like it's like a question that doesn't really mean anything. It's like,
it's almost just like a nicety. Like, just to be nice. It's like, oh, how are you? Oh, good. I hate it. So that's my raging passion today, is that I'm like, I want to ask, how are you really? But I'm not good at it. Like, I'm not good at asking my friends that. I'll be like, how are you? And they'll say good. And I'll be like, oh, that's really good.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like
actually mean it.
I feel like we're in opposite positions then, because last week we were talking about like, what is happiness really about? And I was like, I'm not happy right now. And now like this week you're like talking about like, how are you really? Like, I'm feeling down and like not like having the best time. And like now I've kind of switched. And honestly, the only thing that really helped me is just not doing overtime at work. I feel like my life is back.
Thank God. I know that's okay. So the reason I've been feeling down, or like, I think I'm at a point of like burnout. That's how I feel. And I think a lot of it has to do with, first of all, I work normal hours. So like I get off work at 4 and then I'm like, I'm kind of tired. Like, I don't want to do anything else. And then I get down on myself because I'm like, you should be doing, more. Like, you should be hanging out with people, doing something else. But I'm so tired from work, blah, blah, blah. It's like a vicious cycle. But I also am so tired. And I know that you're going to get this, I feel like, of planning things for everyone else. Like, I'm so tired of like being the planner. Like, I'm good at it. I've always been the planner friend. I like planning for the most part, but like, I'm really tired of it. So I told Angelo, like maybe 2 weeks ago, I said, you know what? I'm done planning things for people. If people want to hang out with us, they will remember that we're not asking them, and they'll ask us.
Yeah.
And if not, that tells you what, you need to know. And I'm not like trying to be like, oh, I'm cutting people off. I'm definitely not doing that. But I'm like, I need to slow down because I'm planning everything and I'm tired and I'm getting sad. I'm getting burnout. I'm like, let's just make it, like, if people don't make plans with us, we'll go on like an extra date night. That doesn't hurt anybody.
No.
So that's my spiel.
No, I like that too, because like you were saying, like, people will remember and they'll plan things with you if they want to. And when you're the one always planning stuff, even if it's not true, it kind of feels like a one-sided relationship.
Yes. No, that's exactly it. And it's like, once you stop planning for everyone else and you look around and realize like they're still doing things with other friends, it's like, okay, so they are capable of planning. They're just not planning with me. And like, sometimes that's fine. I'm not saying everyone has to do every plan with me. Like, you don't
have to,
but yeah, you can definitely, it starts to feel just like exhausting, I think is what it is. It's just like exhausting, overworked, burnout. I feel like it's almost how you were feeling about your work. You're like, I'm tired. Like, I'm working every day and I'm freaking tired. And so I feel like that, but it's more of like a personal life tired. And then to have work on top of it just makes it feel worse. Like, I like my job and I don't feel overwhelmed by my work, but I'm already so down. By the time I get to work, I'm like, oh my God, it's going to be a long 8 hours today.
Yeah, that's how I was feeling too, because it wasn't just work. Like I'm doing 2 like sports teams. Like, I'm on a softball team and I'm on the volleyball team. Oh my God,
you're on softball now? Wait, I did see a picture, but then I was like, wait a second. I thought
that was the first game I went to. Yeah.
I know. Oh my gosh. Now, okay, you have to update us about this.
Well, okay. So I'd only gone to 1 game and I'm going to miss the next 2 weeks because it's on Wednesdays. And of course I have concerts on the next 2 Wednesdays. Yeah. But I was doing that and I had like, I mean, the softball, like, that really doesn't factor into anything, but I was having a tough time at work because I was dealing with kind of a shitty situation and don't want to go too far into it, but somebody was being mean to me and I'll tell you more off the podcast, but
off air.
I was just having a bad time because somebody was being mean to me. And then that was really weighing on me on top of doing overtime. And then the sports, I find them fun, but sometimes like I had a game at 10 p.m. on Thursday and I have to be up at 5 a.m. for work. So I'm losing sleep because of that. And then I had a bunch of charge stuff, which I find genuine like joy in, but sometimes it's really hard because I'm like, well, I just want to sit down and relax. And then
things like add up.
Yeah. And like, even with the podcast too, I was like, oh my God, I have to do this. But at the same time, like, I find it fun talking to you every week, but I'm like, I don't want to do the behind the scenes stuff. I'm tired.
That's how I feel.
And then with like all of that just piling up and on top of like half marathon training, like I've just like my body is tired, my brain is tired, and my soul is tired too.
Like literally, we're exhausted. That should be the title of this episode.
Yes, we are just exhausted.
I'm so glad we're talking about this though, because sounds like we feel very similarly, and I feel like other people do too, and that's exactly what I mean. It's like we never ask people how they really are doing. And like when I feel like, so I'm going to tell you guys all my first thing that I do when I'm feeling down. And it takes me a goddamn long time to do this because I am such that kind of person. But my first thing I wrote down was tell someone. Even right now, making this episode, we're talking to each other. We have the same feelings. I feel like 10 times better.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so great. I'm not alone, and other people feel sad sometimes.
Yeah.
It's normal.
The biggest thing,
so much.
Yeah. I was having a really hard time not telling somebody, but I felt like every time somebody would ask me, like, I would be like, yeah, well, it's like, it's not like, I don't know, for the last month, I think, except for like this past week, I'd just been like really negative, I feel like. But I asked people around me and they were like, no, you don't seem negative. But I felt like every time somebody would ask me a question, I would just complain. And it was because I genuinely couldn't find the good things in life during those moments. Like all I could think of was the things that I wanted to complain about because everything was a complaint to me at that time. And I was like, sorry, I don't really want to talk about it because I'm negative, and I don't want you to perceive me as somebody that's always negative, because I'm not. I'm typically a very positive person, but it was hard for me to want to talk to people because I felt like I was just being that negative Nancy.
Yeah, I feel that completely. Or you feel like you don't want to burden people by telling them how you're feeling, or you also feel like you don't want to bring down the mood almost. It's like, oh, I don't really want to bring down everyone's mood just because I'm feeling down. Yeah. And exactly how you were saying, you're like, I don't want people to think I'm a negative person. It's so ironic almost that we feel that, because I think that way too, and all the people who know us like,
we're very positive
they know
people,
like they know we're positive, they know we're good. Like no one's really gonna think that, but in our brains we always tell ourselves that. So what I wrote down for tell someone is I wrote tell a friend, tell a partner, tell your therapist if you have one, or even write it in your journal. Like literally getting it out of your brain feels so good. Sometimes I tell Angelo, like if I'm laying in bed at night and I'm like feeling so overwhelmed, I'm like, babe, I could cry right now. Like I feel so overwhelmed. He's like, go write a list of everything you have to do tomorrow and put it on your desk and think about it tomorrow. And that feels so good. So that is like my number one thing that I'm recommending you guys. If you want to try it, like just tell someone or like something, write it down. Yeah. It feels amazing to do that.
I like that.
Yeah, it's a really good one. And then my second one, which is very exciting because this leads into Brandon's question. And I feel bad because I didn't prep you for this, but I feel like it's going to be okay. And I'll go first so you can think about your answer and do a little research. But on our podcast Instagram, I'm just going to shout it out really quick while I'm pulling up the question. If you follow us on Instagram, it's at We Run on Coffee. And if you look on our profile, one of our story highlights is called Share With Us. And there's so many like ways you guys can share. You can drop an episode recommendation, which shout out Brandon. He wants us to do a live show. I mean, I wish, Brandon.
Are you going to fund it or?
Literally, yeah. Will you be our sponsor?
He won't.
You can ask us for advice. You can share a story with us. Ask us an Am I the Asshole? So we can do another episode of that. But Brandon asked us a question on our Ask the Gals for Advice story. And he said, I'm in need of some new music recommendations. So Brandon, I come equipped today. Okay. With a lot of music recommendations. And as I'm going, Marissa, feel free if you want to like look on your Spotify, or I feel like you're going to have some that come to mind. For myself, and if you want to jump in, I'm going to go genre by genre, because unlike Marissa, who's friends with Brandon, I don't know him at all. So I picked like a few things from each genre because I don't know what he likes. And also like maybe he's asking us because he wants to branch out.
Maybe. No, who knows?
So I'm just going to go through each. So I'm going to start off with EDM. Jump in if you have any EDM artists. But I did artists so that, Brandon, you can just like
find all their
click
music
on their page. Yeah. And like explore for yourself. So for EDM, the first person I wrote is Kim Petras. She's, I feel like, EDM pop crossover. Do you listen to Kim Petras at all?
No, but I know who she is.
Yeah, she has the best songs. So Kim Petras, I recommend the song called The Beast. It's really good. I think she also has a new like song from the Barbie movie that's pretty good. But Kim Petras, dive in. She's great. I wrote Skrillex. Now this sounds really cringy, okay? I understand that. But Skrillex recently, I feel like this is fun. Oh, I don't think I tied this back to the episode. Pause. So
rewind.
The reason I'm saying this is because something I like to do is like put on a good playlist when I'm feeling down.
Yeah.
Put on the music, put on the headphones, even turn it up, and just lay there or go on a walk outside, get some sun, and listen to music. So that kind of brought me to Brandon's question. Sorry,
okay.
I was trying to connect that back. EDM, Marshmello, and then Diplo. Okay, so Brandon, go look those up if you want to try EDM or if you like EDM. Okay, I'm gonna go to pop. So here you might have some, I'm guessing, but Dua Lipa. I think she's great. Love her music. Lizzo. Love the positivity messages that Lizzo always has and like self-love. Max and Quinn 92, which I know Marissa knows of. I wrote Renee Rapp. She's been getting so big recently. So good.
Owen's going to her concert.
Is she?
Yeah.
I think Renee Rapp is so hot, by the way.
Yeah.
So pretty. I'm like, dang, girl. Like every time I see her on something, I'm like, girl.
Yeah. She wants somebody to go with her, which I would tell you to go. However, it's maybe you could go, but she was going to invite me with her second ticket, but it's while I'm on my honeymoon, so I can't.
I know. I'm like, I wish I lived there because it sounds like I have similar music taste with your friends. They were all like, Sabrina Carpenter. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't put Sabrina. Okay. Brandon, Sabrina Carpenter. Okay. Sabrina Carpenter, Olivia Rodrigo. Those are my pop artists. Do you have any pop artists that you want to throw in? My other categories are going to be country, alternative / emo, and rap.
I like Nick D and Post Malone. And okay, so the issue is that me and Brandon listen to the same music, so any recommendations that I have for him, he's already gonna like them and like already, maybe like already told me about these people. Yeah. But
that's okay. Anyone listening can still grab you and Brandon's taste from this.
Yeah. So
still helpful.
Me and Brandon were at softball because he's also on my softball team, and on Wednesday we were listening to this like music mix that was like being played by the other team, and so it got me back into listening to the Big Booty mixes by two friends, and Brandon loves those, and I've been listening to them like on my runs this week, so highly recommend those. And not even a throwback because they come out with new ones like once a month.
They?
Yeah.
Oh my God, okay, I need to look them up. It gives me throwback vibes. I'm like, oh my God, college.
Yeah, they're so good. And then Nick D, like I said a couple of weeks ago, love him. He's
infiltrated my like new music Fridays.
Yeah,
he's on there a lot now.
He came out with a new like combined album with Connor Price, which Connor Price is also really good. Yeah.
Yes,
and it's called Till Next Time, and it has like it has 8 songs on the album, so that one's good.
I'm getting Rex. I'm listening after this. That's
and
good.
Then Post Malone obviously comes out with a new album in 2 weeks. So when you guys are listening to this, I think the new album is out.
Wow. So happy August, everybody. I know. It makes me want to die a little bit, but happy August if you're listening to this.
That's crazy.
I know.
Post Malone, obviously, he just came out with a new song yesterday called Overdrive, and it's really good. It's like super melodic, which is a little bit different than what he normally does.
Okay.
So that one's good. All the teasers for this album are literally making me cry because I'm so excited for it.
That's exciting. He's feeding you guys. He's really bringing it.
He is. And I mean, I guess that's all for my pop ones, so we can just move on because I can't stop talking.
No, please. I love it. I'm definitely going to listen to Connor Price and Nick D. That sounds really
so good.
Okay, so country. I know Marissa's not a country girl, but I was like, you know what? If he wants to branch out, I'm going to help you. So country, Morgan Wallen, Luke Combs, Kelsey Ballerini. The reason I say these 3 is because if you're not in a country, or like if you're listening to this and you're like, it's not super my thing, but like I would be willing to try it. These 3 are a little bit more like I think these are easy gateways. Okay. They're like a little bit pop and a little bit country. So that's my rec. Okay. Alternative / emo. I didn't know what to call this section, so that's what I called it. But have you ever listened to Nikki DeMar? She used to be a YouTuber, and now she's a singer. I think you would really like her. But Nikki DeMar, obviously Paramore, obviously Panic at the Disco. So those are mine. Do you have any alternative?
Yeah, that's like the other half of the only like things that I listen to.
I'm like, I have to pause.
So I'm going through my playlist from this year. Neck Deep, great. Hoodie Allen's getting a little bit more alternative, so
yeah, he's spanning genres.
Yeah, so like him, Maggie Lindemann, she's also really good. Water Parks, which is like an emo band. Mod
Fall
Sun,
Out Boy, shout out.
Yeah, Mod Sun's good. Fall Out Boy. I
actually really like Avril Lavigne's newer stuff.
Really? I haven't listened to it. And then
she doesn't have much, but it's good.
Specifically the song Gasoline by Point North. That one's really good.
I'm gonna listen to this section back just so I can get my
music
from you.
And Black Bear, he's also becoming more alternative now.
Love Black Bear.
But
Black Bear. Oh, you know who I love? Oh, this would be rap, I guess. Logic.
Okay.
Logic.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm a fan. Marissa's like, fuck off.
No, well, I just don't really listen to his music, so that's interesting.
I obviously span quite the many genres. I love all these people.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But that's my emo / alternative.
I love
Rex.
it. I know that you're the pro in emo alternative.
Yeah.
But definitely I think you should check out Nikki DeMar. Like that's someone I think you really like. She has a new song called Bitch and it's really good.
Okay.
So then my last category is rap, and I'm not a big rap girly, but I only wrote 2 answers and I really like these people, but I wrote Flo Milli and Meg Thee Stallion.
Okay. I love Drake, unfortunately.
Yeah, Drake's good. Drake he's on tour, right?
Yeah. For like $250. Yeah, because he's gotten those like controversies of being like a pedophile with Millie Bobby Brown, and we stand Millie Bobby Brown instead of Drake. However, I can't stop listening to his music. He's been in my top 5 artists for the past 5 years, and he keeps infiltrating it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. My old rap recommendation would be G-Eazy. I'm not into him anymore, but if y'all want to check it out.
We don't like G-Eazy anymore either because he cheated on Halsey, but it's fine.
Yeah. If Brandon, I hope this helped.
Hopefully.
We just went on the longest tangent of our lives.
No, literally. I'm just about to share my playlist with Brandon. That's what I'll do.
Honestly, Brandon, follow us on Spotify. We should make
a
We Run on Coffee Spotify that just has, or even a playlist that has every song we've ever mentioned on an episode.
Oh, yeah.
That would be cute because it would be like a cool mix of both of our taste. I love it. Okay, well, like I said, that's something I like to do when I'm feeling down is like listen to a good playlist and just chill. Like it's either lay in bed, walk around, put on my computer. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. A good playlist can lift me up, or it can also get you in your feels. You can just listen to sad shit and cry. And both are fine, you guys. Whatever you want to do is fine. I'm gonna get back into my next thing on my list because holy shit, it's huge. Going along with media. So I feel like I have a complicated relationship with media / my phone when I'm feeling down. I love some things and I hate some things. So I wrote that I like to get off socials. Some people might not, because my thing is that I like to get off socials, i.e. like Instagram, Facebook, the basic ones, but I do like to get on Pinterest sometimes, like randomly. Like if I'm feeling down, I'll just go on Pinterest and like look at inspirational things. So for some people I feel like that could bring them more down and make them feel more sad, but for me it really makes me feel like a little bit more inspired. I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is a beautiful scene, or I love these clothes, and I just pin stuff. It sounds so weird, but I'm like, I'm gonna pin like wedding things to dream of, or like dream house things, and that to me is really fun. So
I like that too, because I'll do that with like my wedding stuff. Like I've never been like a huge Pinterest connoisseur. Girl. Like I've never been like great at it, but I've been looking up stuff for like flowers and stuff for the wedding.
It's good for inspo.
It is.
I'm not like an active Pinterester, or like I don't know what you would even say.
I don't know.
Connoisseur. I don't know. Yeah, I am not a big Pinterest girl for that, but I do like sometimes if I'm bored or if I'm down, I'll just be like, I need to go on here and just like look at some shit.
Yeah.
It sounds so weird, but it goes along with my next one, and I know Marissa's a big YouTube girly too. I do like to watch like an uplifting YouTube video, or like one of my favorite comfort vloggers. How do you feel about YouTube when you're down? Do you dive in?
I just like watching YouTube for like not like self-care, but like just to like relax, I guess. And so like I'll just like watch videos that are like on my page. I do love it, like I don't know. I love like a fitness YouTuber because of course here I am doing all the fitness thing. Yeah, I think so. Not cool. Necessarily like day in my lives, but like this is how I trained for this, or this is me reviewing like these techniques or this like lifestyle or whatever, and just like hearing that. Too. Yeah, and there's this girl, her name is Kelty O'Connor, and she's from Canada, and she spends half of her time in Canada and half of her time in Sweden. And
that's
so
cool.
She talks about like the differences in culture between Canada and Sweden, and like how the fitness like world is different. And she like, I don't know, she'll go through all of like these like big name people in fitness and like break down their routines and like kind of say what works, kind of say what doesn't. And she'll tell you like scientifically based what works and what doesn't. and I really like that. But she like makes music, like that's her actual
gosh.
job, I guess. So she like
has a cool life.
Yeah, and then there's somebody else, I can't remember her last name right now, but her name is Natasha, and she is trying to train for like an ultra marathon right now. So like I like watching her, and she is like she has some sort of science degree, and she's partnered with Lululemon to like help with their they have like a women's health initiative at Lululemon, I guess. So she's like working with them to try and see like the disparity between research of male athletes versus female athletes. So I really like listening to like her science-based stuff too.
That's cool. That sounds similar to stuff that Angela likes to watch. He likes to watch like, oh, I did ultra marathon, or I ran, you know, whatever, 200 miles in 2 days, or I don't know. He watches a lot of that stuff too. And I'm not obviously like super into fitness as much, but these sound really cool. Like they have really cool stories. I like stuff like that too.
Yeah. And
really
like since I am a STEM girly and like a scientist at heart, like I just love listening to like the breakdown of like all the different scientific practices that they talk about, and like hearing the science behind it, because I think that that helps me, because like at the end of the day, we're all going to have weird body image days, and like we're going to look at ourselves and be like, well, what is happening? And like just knowing that I'm doing the correct thing scientifically helps my brain a lot.
Yeah, that's actually a good recommendation for like if you're feeling down in that kind of way. Like everyone has bad days.
Yeah,
just
everybody
relate
does.
It back to like that's exactly kind of the whole point of this. I just want you guys to know you're normal, okay?
Yes.
We're all normal, because normal isn't actually real, but we don't have to get into that today. That's so good though. I want to do like an episode of like YouTubers we like or something like that, because I know we watch so many people, and like I said, I just love getting recommendations like from everyone. The more the merrier for me.
My top favorite people, okay, you're not going to even care about either of these things. Well, maybe one of them.
Maybe.
But Sam and Colby, I love
I know them.
Really?
Yeah, I don't watch them, and I've tried to watch them.
They're my favorite.
Someone I used to be friends with before, like, that's her favorite YouTubers as well. And she loves similar people. So do you watch the okay, there's a comedian I like, and he does ghost hunting. Matt Rife. Do you watch him at all?
No.
On his stuff? Okay, so I found him because he's a comedian. I like him.
He does ghost hunting?
He also does like a channel. I feel like it's similar vibes to Sam and Colby, but they have a name, and they're like on tour right now. They have like a podcast or a YouTube or something, and they do like these ghost hunting and stuff like that. Yeah, it's the weirdest crossover ever. And it's so funny because I knew him from that, and then I asked my friend, and she was like, oh yeah, I love his YouTube channel. I don't know his comedy though.
What like, the heck? Crazy. I'm about to look him up.
Text you his name, so that you can look him up, because he's a huge, like, major. He kind of like went viral on TikTok, and now he's like a big comedian.
Well, I know who Matt Rife, like the comedian, is. Okay, I did not know he did ghost hunting.
Yes, he's really got a lot of personality, like things going on. You have to look up the channel.
That's so funny. But I love Sam and Colby. They're my favorite. Colby actually was diagnosed with cancer, and
I heard that.
He is in remission now. He is finally cancer free, which is great.
Wow.
As of like last week, he's cancer free, and he's doing a big fundraiser. So if you guys want to go and donate money to like help with cancer research, go watch his most recent video and donate to that charity that he has linked in that bio. That's great. Love him. Love the whole ghost hunting that they do.
Yeah.
And then I also love the Watcher channel. It's two people that used to be on BuzzFeed. So Ryan Bergara and Shane Madej, they used to be on BuzzFeed, and they did BuzzFeed Unsolved and stuff like that. And they did ghost hunting on there, and now they've like completely revamped. They've made their own media company called Watcher, and they're hilarious, and I love them. Cool. They do ghost hunting, but they also do something called Puppet History, and it's basically where they it's so funny. They basically like go through a historical thing, but like it's kind of satire basically, but they're telling the story correctly, but they're doing like silly stuff as well, and I think it's really funny.
I feel like I can get into that because I'm not a big history girly. It's like hard for me and like boring to me, so I feel like that like that.
It's really funny. That one is like Shane's project. Ryan does the spooky stuff. They also do like Too Many Spirits is the name of another series that they do. They read ghost stories while they make like cocktails, and
that's cute.
They film all of them in like one night, but it's like 4 episodes that they put over like the course of 4 weeks. So they just get progressively drunker as the episodes go on, and it's so funny. I don't know what other like sections that they do, but
yeah, that's cute.
They do something called Mystery Files. They've only done one season of it, and it's basically where they go through, and it's like what BuzzFeed Unsolved was. They'll go through a crime or like a weird scenario that happened, and at the end they like tell us whether it's solved or not.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
So
okay,
cool.
so everyone go check it out.
Yeah, those are my 2 favorite YouTube channels.
That's so fun. I love that for you. I definitely, I have like a bajillion. Like I start thinking about one YouTuber I like, and then I go to the next one. I'm like, oh my God, I like a lot of people. So stay tuned. Maybe we'll do a whole episode. I feel like I love that idea. But yeah, watch a YouTube video if you guys, when you're feeling down. That's why I say I have a love-hate relationship with my phone during these times, because I'm like, okay, I don't want to be on Instagram like comparing myself to every person I see, but also like I do want to watch something inspiring. So
I just looked at the link that you sent me.
Have you seen it before?
I've seen like some of these people, because I've seen like, I know half of these people from other videos, but I never knew that Matt Rife was involved in it.
It makes you feel differently about him, I feel like. Or just like see him differently. You're like, oh, okay.
That
like,
is so funny.
There you go. Maybe a new channel to dive into.
And they have 2 videos a week.
Shout out, you guys. It's called, what's it called?
Overnight.
Overnight. Okay. Shout out to Overnight. That's the channel I found that has Matt Rife on it. I don't know if that's his only one. I think he might, but I know he's on like a tour right now, and they like do live shows.
I don't know.
So,
I'm confused.
I love it. Okay, so while I like I said, all the media, I'm going to finish up with one more like media thing, and then I'm going to go like putting the phone down.
Okay.
So, my last one is watch a comfort show. This is something I love to do. I know you love your shows too, and some shows just like make you feel happy and like you're like, oh, okay, I can like relax and sit here and watch the show and not be crazy.
Yeah.
One for me is the Kardashians, of course. I love that. It's like lighthearted and silly, and I feel like I don't have to think about it too much. What came out yesterday, and I know we've talked about this before, is The Summer I Turned Pretty. Actually came out like 2 days ago. Season 2 is out, so if you're listening to this and you're a fan, you've probably listened to it or watched it. I love it. I loved the books. The books were better than the show. Sorry. And I also put Gilmore Girls in the fall. I'm not diving in. We already know. Do you have any comfort shows that you want to recommend, or like that you watch when you like want to just chill?
I really love How I Met Your Mother, and that goes all the way back to like our top 10 like movies and TV shows.
Yeah.
But I love How I Met Your Mother, and I think that I put that on whenever I can't like think of something to watch. And then I do love Grey's Anatomy, but I don't think I can go back and rewatch that again. I just like,
that's a long ass show too.
I know, and I just like watching it as it comes out.
Yeah.
And then Station 19 is like coupled in with that. But
I asked my mom, by the way. She's like, yes, I watched that.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really like, I don't have like any other real comfort shows.
That's fine. I only had the 3 that I thought of too, but I was like, these are the ones that like genuinely I just feel good. Like there's other shows I watch, but those are like my real like, oh, okay, I can like just deep breath.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, I love it. So that was all of my like on the phone, right? Okay, so now I'm going to dive into like putting the phone down. First one, I know we know, read a book. I love to just like, I know Marissa did this last week. Actually, after we did the podcast, you sent me that picture. She was just cozy reading a book in her living room. And I'm like, yes, that feels so good. Especially when you're like into the book and you're into the story.
I finished that book.
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah.
I love that for you. Everyone shout out, by the way, I just started reading our book club book for our next book club. If you're listening to this, join our book club. It's on our Instagram. It's everywhere. And you can actually physically join our book club and on the bookclubs.com website. And we can chat on there. You guys can recommend books for us and we can all be like doing it together, which is so fun. So big shout out. Okay. Next one. This is a little funny, but true. Cry it out. Sometimes you need a good cry. You can't like go your whole life without crying.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to let it out, and that's okay. So I had to throw that in because I'm like, just so you know, like cry a little. It's okay.
A good cry is always helpful. It's good for the soul.
Helps. Yes, it helps so much. I wrote, this one is maybe more of a me one. I don't know how Marissa's feeling about this recently because I haven't asked her. I wrote, take a the shower.
Okay, so I don't really know. I took a the shower yesterday because oh my God, Arika, I don't know what's wrong with me. Every time I go running outside, I get so sweaty and my hair gets matted. I have to show you a picture. I'm going to send it to you right now.
That is so
funny. I had to demat my hair yesterday before I went and showered. And then I like shaved my legs. I didn't exfoliate, but I did like shave and like do all of that. Like, I don't know, like self-care stuff. And it's okay. It's getting better. My love-hate relationship is becoming more love.
Yeah. And by the way, guys, I just want to shout this out too, because I feel like I never portray this perfectly, but like not every these shower's fun. Sometimes it's such a chore. Like, I feel like I only, romanticize it sometimes. And sometimes I'm like, I'd rather die than take a shower right now. I want to just go to bed like dirty and gross.
No, like, literally. That's how I was after volleyball. I was like, I can't do this.
I don't care. Like, I want to go to bed.
Yeah. Also, those pictures I sent you, it wasn't raining. That's my sweat.
Okay, I'm so ready.
It's so gross. I'm not even kidding.
Oh my God.
It's so bad.
That is so wild, but I've definitely been there, not from running, obviously. But
like, my hair is matted. It was so bad. Good thing I got it out, because if I would have got my hair done today and somebody would have looked at me like that, they would have had to tell me to leave the salon. Like, it's so bad.
God, that is so wild.
But I have all of my hair on my head. It is all
Phew, shouldn't have to cut it
out.
I'm dead. Oh my God. Well, that kind of fades into my other one, which I just wrote,
yay.
Spa treatments. So I just wrote, like, get a mani or do it at home. What I've been doing. Get a massage or do it at home. Ask your partner, ask your friend. Just be like, I've been really feeling down. Like, please, can I get a massage? Like, Angelo's so nice. He will always, I'm like, my neck really hurts. Like, would you mind? He's like, I don't know, I'm pretty tired today. I'm like, no, it's okay. Never mind. He's like, no, I'm going to do it. Like, I'm still going to do it. And so, I wrote just spa treatments. I feel like those make you feel so good. And like, I feel like almost physically, scientifically, they make you feel relaxed. So I love a spa. Yeah,
I'm so excited to get my hair done today, because I was thinking about it, and I haven't had it done since December or January, so it's been like 7 months, honestly. And I'm just gonna get a little trim. I'm gonna get my highlights redone. I'll send you a picture. I know, because I don't want it to get too short. Like, I don't want to chop it like I did last time. But my highlights are like, they're fading. They were super bright at first, and now they're just kind of fading. But I am so excited to get them done again.
It's so exciting. I know, trim feels so good. I was just thinking the same thing. I don't want to do a chop again. I want to just like let it grow a little bit. But I'm going next week or in 2 weeks. So
yay.
The girls are on their hair game.
We are.
Okay, next thing. I feel like we really feel this, considering the name of our podcast. Go get a fun drink. So these are the things I wrote, and then I'll love to hear yours too. But I wrote, go grab a coffee at a local shop, go to Dunkin', go get your Starbies, walk around Target. I know some people love that vibe. Go to a juice bar, get a smoothie, even a mocktail. The reason I didn't write cocktail, which you can totally be yours, I don't know. I feel like if I'm sad and then I'm like, oh, I'm going to get a cocktail, then I just feel more depressed or like sad.
Yeah.
So for me, it's a downer. But I do love a good margarita from time to time. And sometimes a margarita and a chips and queso can fix your problems.
It can. So, it really can.
I'm really an advocate for anything. But I love just like getting a fun drink makes you feel kind of like just good and like happy. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm like... I love that there's another beverage girly here, because me and my roommate, one of my best friends ever, she was my roommate my senior year. Her name is Courtney. She's one of my maid of honors. Love her to death. Love her to death. And we would like literally just leave the apartment anytime, and we'd go and get a cute drink, and it made us feel so much better. Like,
it really does.
I don't know why, but I don't love getting coffee from coffee shops. Like, that's not what I would prefer to get. I'd rather get like their refreshers or like their juice drinks.
Lemonade.
Yeah. And I just like, because like I can make a coffee at home, and yes, I can make like a juice drink at home, but I think it's so much nicer to like kind of treat myself that way. And
I love
like
that.
Last week, I think it was Kyle and I had just gone like on a run or something, and I was like, I just want a cute drink. And he's like, what do you mean a cute drink? And I was like, a cute drink? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Like, of course.
Like, I just want something that's like so a bright color, and it's fruity, and it's cold, and it's delicious.
Yes. And I love that it's like, it's kind of like, in my head, it's something like I can buy. I'm saying like 100 times. I feel like in my head, it's something that I can buy that's like affordable and going to give me like just a boost. I'm like, okay, great. I can go spend $3 at Dunkin' on like a little refresher that's orange and pretty colors, and it looks cute and it tastes good and just brings you like a little bit of joy.
Yeah. And like it's a way cheaper thing than like going out and buying a manicure. Yeah, like whatever. Buying a self-care item. Like this is a self-care item in itself, but instead of like doing a spa treatment like you said, love that. But if you're on a little bit more of a budget, go and just get a cute drink.
I swear you'll feel a little bit better. Especially grab it and go walk around with it. Like, just go on a little walk. It goes into my next one, which I wrote in all capital letters. It's the only one I wrote in all capital letters. And I've heard this on a couple of our YouTubers we watch who are not, I feel like they're not American. I can't remember. They're from another country. And I feel like this is a phrase they use a lot that we don't, but it's get your blues and greens. I don't know if you've heard that.
Yeah.
But go outside, see the sun, or see the sky, see the grass, get your blues and greens. I wrote it in all capital letters. Get your blues and greens. Any of these things you can pretty much do while you also go outside, and the sun is going to make you feel better.
Yeah.
I literally promise you. Like, that is facts. It will.
Yeah.
It's going to bring you up just a bit.
I can't decide if I'm like, okay, so there's two parts of my life. I love city life and like being in a big city, but I also could just like go and live on a mountain with like nothing around me. Like no in between. Like I don't want to be in the suburbs. I don't want that. I want to either be in the middle of a city or I want to be in the woods. Like and I love, like, I don't know, I feel like I'm like a nature girly, like at heart, and like I love being outside, and like I just want to be like one of those like hippie people that just like go outside and like lays in the sun and like does a manifestation, and like I don't know, I love it.
Yes, no, I love that for you. I obviously am a suburb girly, but I feel that like I balance between all the time, right? Because we're like big New York City girls. I love the city. I love the hustle. I love how it feels, the energy. And then I also just love to like go to Arizona and sit on the top of a mountain and just sit there.
Yes.
Like it feels so good. But yeah, being outside, any way that you can get outside if you're listening to this, that is my challenge. That's what I will challenge you to do today is just go outside and do anything. Take a walk, sit there, eat a snack. My next one, I love how these all fade in. So true. But I wrote grab a fun snack. It goes with grabbing a fun drink. Snack. I know, right? I'm like, if you want to do something that you feels like therapeutic, maybe you bake cookies, or maybe you do no bake cookies, Marissa's recipe.
Yes.
Really good, really easy. You don't have to bake them. I wrote pastry at a local spot, make popcorn, have an at-home movie night, but just like getting a fun snack. That's also another like easy way. And sometimes you have something at home that you can like kind of challenge yourself to make into something different. If that makes sense, which is fun.
Yeah, I love it. I love an ice cream. Like,
ooh, that's a great one.
Like an ice cream dessert. Like me and Kyle, we went to the store and they were having so we fell victim to Prime Day, but in a different way. We went to Amazon Fresh and got great deal on groceries. I love and they had a buy one get one free Ben and Jerry's. So we got two Ben and Jerry's, and I'm like, I'm just so excited to open them up.
Ben and Jerry's has great dairy-free options.
Really?
I love like a dairy-free ice cream, and yes, they have some really, really good ones. Honestly, Angelo eats them too. Like we don't even have to get separate. He likes a lot of the dairy-free ones. Which is cool. So good. I love that. Okay, so I'm already on my last one, which I say already, and we're an hour in. This always happens. But my last one that I love, and it's all car related. I wrote go on a drive. Listen to music. Shout out Brandon. Thank you for your question. A lot of those music artists that I just said, I love to just go on a drive and like listen to them. But I also wrote drive-in movie / drive-in movie DIY and car picnic. Okay, I'm word vomiting on you guys.
I know that you love a car picnic.
I love a car picnic. Last night, I wasn't really feeling down, but I was just like, babe, I just want like a summer vibe. Like, can we please do a car picnic? It was 9 p.m. already, and we were like, let's go get dinner. I'm like, okay. So it's 9 p.m. We go to Roosters. If you've never heard of it, it's just like a wings place. I know.
I'm so sad.
Roosters has the best. What I found is that they're actually, I don't know if you've had their chicken tenders, like not the wings, but their chicken tenders are the best.
Yes.
Okay, so we each get our own order of 4 chicken tenders, fries to share, hot sauce to dip it in. But I pulled up the seats in my back of my car, put blankets down, and then we had like this little shelf, so we put our food there. I brought the Switch, put it on my hotspot. We watched Hulu, and we just sat in the back of the car, ate our dinner, watched Hulu, and it was everything. Like, I don't know why, but that really gets to me. And I'm blessed with a large car, so like we can pull the seats up and sit in the back. Like I have an SUV, so that is a life hack if you have a big car and like you're really not feeling the vibe. Because I think a lot of it is like it gets you out of your house for a minute, but it still feels comfortable because it's your car, you're with your people, you're watching your show, eating your food. Like you don't feel like so displaced almost.
Yeah.
But it gets
but you
outside.
Still get out of the house too.
Yes.
Yeah.
It feels so good. You can drive, like we just drove around until we saw like a little neighborhood. They had like a pond with like a fountain in it, and anywhere you can park on the street. So I love doing that.
Aww,
it's a vibe.
I love that. I also love like a real picnic, like just sitting outside and eating outside.
Yes, I know. We did it, obviously, like I said, at like 10 o'clock at night. So Angela was like, let's make a compromise. Like, I want to do this because you want to do it, but let's keep the windows closed as much as we can because bugs.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
Bad here right now. But yes, a regular picnic, like in the daytime, I feel like I love eating on my patio. That's like another new thing. Just being outside, guys. I guess maybe that's the theme, and I didn't even know.
Well,
get outside today.
It is a summertime, so we do want to be outside as much as we can. Literally. However, I want it to be fall because that, in my opinion, is the best time to be outside.
It's approaching quickly. Next month's already August.
I know, I'm so
I can't
excited.
believe it.
I can't wait. Like,
I
literally am itching. Like, I need the fall weather. I need a crisp morning breeze. Like, that's all I need. I cannot have it be 93 degrees for another day. Yesterday, Arika, I am not even kidding. The reason my hair was so wet in that picture, 92% humidity and 87 degrees. I thought that I was drowning.
That's insane, dude.
My shoes were wet and it wasn't raining and it wasn't foot sweat. It was the humidity in the air.
Literally just making you soaked.
No, literally. It's disgusting and I cannot wait for it to just be pretty outside. Sorry, it's pretty now, but more pretty.
I'm not going to lie. I'm actually really excited for like our fall episode that's going to be coming up. No spoilers, you guys, but we're doing a fall episode and that's all I'm going to say. And I'm excited to talk about it because I like fall. Summer's my favorite, but I do like fall, and I'm very pumped. Plus, I know you're the expert on fall.
I am itching. I need fall to be here now.
So exciting. Okay, well, thank you guys for listening to Arika's Guide to Feeling Down.
Yes.
Just feel
and to feel happy again when feeling down. Feel your
feelings. Do a couple things on my list if you want. Share with us what's on your list on our Instagram. You guys know we love to hear what you think about all the things. So if you have something I didn't say, please comment and we'll try it. Yeah. I'll challenge us. We'll try it and we'll take a picture and post it for you guys.
Yes.
On our stories. I feel
so excited to try all of the things.
So, yeah, if you are getting your blues and greens today, tag us in your picture and we'll repost it. And especially if you're listening to a We Run on Coffee episode while on a walk, why did I not add that to my list?
Yes.
Now that is self-care, baby.
Yeah, I'm going to do one of these today. I'm going to get a cute drink when I go to my hair appointment. I'm going to stop and get a cute drink when I go.
Okay, fine. I'll pick something too. I don't know what yet, but I'll pick something too.
Well, you're going outside. I saw that you're going disc golfing.
Okay,
so
I'm going to disc golf after this, you guys. I've never done it, but Angela's mom has been asking us. She's really, really excited about it. So she's like, "Can we go sometime?" I'm like, I mean, yeah, I don't know how to play, and I might embarrass myself, but let's do it.
Yeah,
of course. So I'll take a picture doing that, and we'll post them on our stories, you guys. So if you're listening to this in August when the episode comes up, I'm crying. They'll be on the story. Go check it out.
So excited.
Anyway, this was a long episode, so sorry to talk your guys' ear off. I had no idea that I would be able
That's
to do
okay.
That, we always do. You guys know it. Thank you for listening. Follow us anywhere you get your podcast. Rate us 5 stars. Follow us on Instagram at We Run on Coffee. And with that, I am Arika.
And I'm Marissa.
And we run on coffee.
Coffee.
Bye.